The most incredible stories and the most magical miracles happen in life. Fate deprives one and gives to another, and it depends only on ourselves whether we will be happy in our life circumstances. Some people feel that there is no way out of their difficult situations, but if you do not give up and hope for the best, then your life will definitely change. You just have to believe and, of course, do everything possible on the way to success. The characters of our story today are a young couple, Alexander and Mila. They have been married for 7 years, but they still remember how bright their wedding was. Everyone danced, had fun, laughed, and wished the young couple love, happiness, and cute kids. The young people dreamed of a child, but this dream was in no hurry to come true. At first, doctors said it would be very hard for them to conceive. The husband and wife were very upset, and the young woman was constantly crying. They gradually calmed down and hoped that very soon destiny would make their family happy, but a baby was never born. And then something terrible happened. Mila had an ectopic operation. She was urgently operated on, after which the doctor entered the ward and said that the woman would no longer be able to conceive a baby. This news was too heavy for the young couple. The husband and wife were grieving and did not know what to do next. But time heals all wounds, and the couple returned to normal life again. They worked, arranged housing, went on vacation abroad. The years passed by quickly, and now both of them were already in their 30s. They had everything, an apartment, a car, a summer house, and money, only in their heart was some kind of oppressive emptiness. And then Alexander decided to ask his wife a question that had long troubled him. He began to speak very carefully. "Mila, what if we adopted a child from an orphanage?" he said and hugged his wife. "I want very much little feet to run around our house. At work, everyone only talks about their children, about their antics. I feel so sad." The girl seemed very delighted at the idea. "Do you really agree to adoption?" she asked. "I constantly think about it, but did not dare ask you. Let's try. But are we going to adopt a boy or a girl?" "It's probably not that important," her husband replied. But he thought a little bit and added, "But probably a girl is better. She would be a real princess for us." Both spouses seemed to have changed. They were looking forward to the moment when their house would be filled with the cheerful sound of a child's laughter, and therefore very quickly they collected the documents they needed. The family was well off, so there was no problems with permission, and a special commission recognized the spouses were ready to adopt a child. And now the most long-awaited moment had arrived. Mila and Alexander entered the orphanage to meet the children. Everyone's heart was beating violently. After all, one of these kids would become their own son or daughter. The queue for newborn babies was too long, but the couple did not want to wait, and they were determined to accept an older child into their family. Mila and Alexander arrived at the orphanage while the kids were taking a walk. They started observing the children from afar when suddenly the woman felt that someone was pulling her by the edge of her dress. Turning around, Mila saw that a pretty, charming little girl of about 4 came up to her. The girl once again tugged at Mila's dress and asked, "Are you not my mother?" Later, the woman said that her heart almost burst from the surging emotions. She seemed speechless and could not utter a word. Mila, unexpectedly for herself, started crying, but immediately got a hold of herself and answered, "Yes, I am your mother, and your father and me will now take you home." The cheerful little girl quickly climbed into the arms of Alexander, and the future parents went to the director of the orphanage. But when he saw this girl, he said, no, and called the teacher to take the girl out of the office. "Have a seat," the director said. The couple could not understand why he was against them adopting this particular child. "Choose another girl. This is a very difficult situation," the man said. "What's the matter?" Mila and Alexander were perplexed. "The fact that she is not alone." The man stopped and looked attentively at the couple. "So what?" Mila could not resist. "We will take both of them. Who is her brother or sister? How old are they?" "She has 2 sisters. They are triplets. But surely you will not take all of them," the director said in disappointment and fell silent. The couple looked at each other and then at the man in amazement. They just could not believe it. What happened? Why did their mother leave them? The husband and wife started asking questions. She got pregnant very early, carried triplets, but could not give birth. The children were saved by the doctors, but the mother did not survive. Nobody wanted to adopt the newborn triplets. They were afraid of the trouble. Who can handle 3 at once? "We need them," Alexander said resolutely and added, "Show us her two sisters." Mila and Alexander met the little ones and were fascinated by them at first sight. And the little ones immediately recognized them, chatted enthusiastically, told them stories, and asked a bunch of questions. Within a week, the entire large family went to look at a new apartment. In their old housing, the 5 of them would definitely not be comfortable. This is how faith and hope helped the couple find happiness. They decided to share their love with little helpless children, and this love became 1,000 times greater. Believe in the best, friends. Do good deeds, be kind-hearted, and then in our huge world, it will become at least a little warmer. Thanks for watching, friends. Bye-bye.